Welcome to another cool episode of Another Cool Rock Podcast. I'm your host, Steve, and I'm thrilled you're checking us out. We know you have a dizzying amount of podcast choices, so thank you for spending a little time here. All right, we're starting a new feature here called Should Have Been Huge, where I'm going to occasionally showcase bands and artists that, well, as the name implies, should have been huge, or at least should have had a long run of mid-level success. That phrase, should have been huge, describes most of my music collection and most of the bands and artists that I came across in 25 years in the music business. And it's like that for most anyone who worked in that business, as the majority of albums released, no matter the size of the label, are not hits. So many don't sell at all or make any sort of splash beyond a few people. And yet there's so much great music that's never been heard. If you're a big music fan, a big record buyer, or a big consumer of music via any delivery system, you no doubt can name a bunch of songs that you absolutely love and still remain mystified as to why the artist who made that music never got, well, you got it, huge. So as the general MO of the podcast is to turn people on to cool music, this feature definitely fits that design. So let's get on with it, and let's talk about a power pop band out of New York called the Churchills. Founded by Ron Haney, Bart Shadell, and Kim Henry, the band was active from around 1997 to 2005 and released 4 albums, the first an indie release called Magnifique 400, with a major label debut in 2000 called You Are Here, and then the album Big Ideas in 2002, and their last album in 2005 called The Odds of Winning. The band got some attention thanks to touring the US, Europe, and Japan with the likes of OK Go, The National, and They Might Be Giants, and their music was used in the Michael J. Fox sitcom Spin City, as well as Scrubs, ER, The OC, Third Watch, and MTV's Juvies. And their song Sometimes Your Best Isn't Good Enough featured actor and future Golden Globe winner Oscar Isaac in the music video. And Meadow Soprano wore their t-shirt in The Sopranos in episodes in The Sopranos in seasons 2 and 3. I had the pleasure of spending some time with the band as the marketing company I worked with was hired by their management for a few months around the release of their final album, The Odds of Winning. They were great to work with, very funny and nice guys, and I wish my memory was better to tell you more than that, though thinking a bit more about that time, I also recall an initial meeting with someone who I think was hired by the band as a consultant, who in turn hired us, and that was at some big house in the Hollywood Hills late at night. It was really dark. This guy was much older than me, and it was just all sort of weird, although productive, because we did go on to work with the band. Today, from what Wikipedia and other sources tell me, Ron, Bart, and Kim have had successful careers in music post-Churchills, with Ron co-writing and playing guitar on the Alicia Keys song Tell You Something, Nana's Reprise, and Bart is a 2-time Grammy-nominated engineer and producer. It's hard to just showcase one song from the band, as each album is awesome and filled with terrific music. I'm a big fan of their final album, The Odds of Winning, and you absolutely must hear songs like Sometimes Your Best Isn't Good Enough, and I'm a Sucker for a Girl in Uniform from that album, which is an absolutely brilliant power pop tune. Unfortunately, you can find all their music at Spotify and the other digital service providers, both under The Churchills and simply Churchills, like this song, Run Out of Things to Say, from the album Big Ideas. Besides having a killer hook and a lot of emotion, the lyrics are stellar, and if you've ever been in a failed relationship, you know that ultimately you'll run out of things to say. All right, thank you for checking out Another Cool Rock Podcast, and be sure to check out the Churchills. As always, be good to yourself and be good to other people. Take care.
Try